Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Welcome to data analytics using Power BI. And this is going to be taking minimum 3 months to complete the course. In this, I'm going to be covering SQL, Power BI, ETL, that is SSIS or ADF, and data warehousing concepts and analysis services, SSAS. All these five modules are going to be covered from very, very basic level to advanced level. Data analytics is going to be no coding or you can say low coding tool. Any non-IT people wanted to get into IT means you can learn data analytics using Power BI. Much more opportunities in the coming years, next 5 years, 2025 to up to 2030. So next 5 years you have much more scope for data analytics, big data engineering, and data science and full stack Python. According to the survey, everybody is saying big data engineering is going to be rocking, by 150% more opportunities next 5 years, right? Data analytics and data science will be taking the next position in next 5 years, along with a lot of other IoT, cyber security. But if you wanted to get into data oriented technologies, ours is the premium institution. We don't teach any other courses except these four courses, guys. Right? So, data analytics using Power BI, 6 months duration. Data, big data engineering also, we are going to be assuring cloud, and it will be also 6 months duration. And data science using AI and ML will be 1 year of duration. And full stack Python for the freshers, it will be for 6 months duration of the courses. Clear? So we are going to be teaching very, very basic level to advanced level. So it is completely premium institution for the data oriented technologies. Our people in India itself are able to crack multiple offer letters. So if you keep minimum 3 years of experience, you can crack up to 27 lakhs. So many people have cracked. So as a 3 years of experience, up to 27 lakhs in last, uh, a few months back. So I can show you those offer letters as well. These people not coming from the IT background, simply Excel background or BCom MBA background, pharmacy background, or lot of housewives or BPO call center people or insurance banking sector people have cracked 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25, 27 lakhs in India. In abroad, are people, especially from US and Canada, people have cracked minimum 70K USD per annum to maximum they have cracked up to 200K uh, annum per salaries. Clear? So these are the salary packages for the minimum 3 to 4 years. If you show as the experience, that is a salary package that you can expect, right? You cannot compare our syllabus with your Udemy courses or your YouTube videos. We are going to be covering 99% of the interview questions on the syllabus and the material. So you need not practice any other stuff. Clear? We do not teach courses. Courses means simply you attend some seminar or the classes, you learn some topics, but after getting a job, you will not be able to sustain in the company. Many people will come back or people get caught within 1 month because lack of practice, right? So our students are able to crack very good interviews with 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs means you can understand the way we are going to be giving practical training, right? So skills means after getting a job also you should be able to sustain in the companies, and that is where I'm going to be starting my classes. It is completely very, very basic level to advanced level. I am assuming that you don't know anything about IT industry. That is what is the that is where I'm going to be starting my classes. So either data analytics or a data engineering, or it is AI or ML or any language. If you wanted to learn, the basic thing is that SQL, right? So you have to know in depth of SQL, then only you can get into Power BI and lot of other things, right? Many people will tell me, sir, should I learn Python? Answer is no. Sir, should I learn Excel? Answer is no. If you wanted to become a data analyst, backbone is SQL, called as RDBMS, Relational Database Management. So 60 to 70% of the interview questions are going to be asked in the interview only using SQL and RDBMS. So I'm going to be giving you in-depth of SQL knowledge as well, so that you can easily crack any interview. Lot of assignments I'm going to be giving it to you, and lot of practice you have to do it. You have to submit all the assignments and projects for the review as well. Clear? So my name is Bhaskar Jogi. I'm having almost 25 years of experience in the IT industry. I trained lakhs of people all over the world. I was initially working in as a developer. I was working, but later on I used to take a lot of corporate trainings in Bangalore. I was there in Infosys Mysore campus, and I used to give a lot of trainings in Mysore for freshers, and I have given a lot of trainings in KPIT Technologies Pune, Cognizant, Capgemini, and companies like Wells Fargo, right? Even Microsoft too have conducted many training programs in Mumbai and Chennai, Bangalore, right? So this is what is my experience. I'm passionate about teaching. That is the reason I quit my job. I'm here today. Okay. So Go Online Trainings is started, since 2010, almost 15 years back. We have started. I was conducting a lot of classes in Amirpet initially, but after COVID, we completely stopped the offline classes. Completely, we have now only online classes, guys. Okay. So now I have given you the form to fill it. So this form is going to be containing your email address, full name with surname, location, mobile number. Compulsorily, you should be able to fill the form. And one more thing, you should also make a note of my number, 9919919452, and send me your name and email ID to this number as well. So this is my WhatsApp direct number. And so this is the guy recently from Visakhapatnam. He got a job. He was a bank manager, I think, in Bank of Baroda or something. So worked for 6 to 7 years over there, and he quit government job and get into data analytics. He joined some institution in Hyderabad again. After that, by seeing my videos in YouTube, again he joined in the month of July last year. He got placement in December 2024 with Virtusa 19.5 lakh salary package, completely banking to a data engineering or the data analytics role. Right, Mr. Ram? This is the fresher recruitment, right? And one more guy from Mr. Mukesh Srivastava. He was 2012 BSc distance education passed out, not even full-time degree. And at 10 years, he was working for a law firm, working with only Excel sheets, right? How many cases each lawyer is, having, what is the, the sales, blah, blah, blah. No clue how to get into IT industry because of the salary, and he wanted to move to IT industry. He joined last year, so he got three offer letters. The latest offer he got it from Sutherland with the 23 lakhs, 8 lakhs to 23 lakhs. He got one offer. Another two offers also he got it. One is called Pfizer, and one more company, 15 and 18 and 23 lakhs. So everybody is saying recession, but our people are able to crack three, three, four, four alpha letters like that. Many people I can show. So this guy is from Tirupati, Mr. Lakshmi Kant, BCom MBA background. He was working for Rush Super Specialty Hospital in Tirupati, right? And he got into Emphasis Bangalore with 14 lakh salary package. So always I say, your degree does not define your future, right? Starting point is not so important. Anybody can get into anywhere. Lot of housewives lot of Amazon call center executives, right? BPO, people working for Google as a Google Map engineer. All the people have taken the course, and they have shifted 4 lakhs package to 15, 20, 25 lakhs packages, recently, guys. Okay, so I have very big list. So she also got as a fresher 8 lakhs package recently from Chicago, and VHIC from she got into Signode Hyderabad recently. 1 month back, she joined December 2024. Right, Mukesh Srivastava. Like that, many people are this guy Harsha from Palasa Srikakulam got 35 lakhs offer with Accenture Hyderabad as a data analyst. Right, so Kaushik Mitra from BCom Kolkata student and working for a call center, getting only 20,000 rupees per month, and he got many more offer letters. Currently, he was working for, I think, Adidas company in Kolkata from work from home, I think. Right. So let us understand today what is business intelligence or what is data analytics and what is data science and AI and ML. What is data engineering? What is the cloud technologies? What is Azure? What is AWS? And how is the job market next 5 years? And what is the eligibility to get into IT job? Who can learn this course? And what is the duration of the course? I think duration I have already told. 3 months is sufficient for you to complete the course, but 6 months, another 3 months, I'm telling you to practice more, projects and prepare for the interviews and everything. You need not prepare anything extra. Whatever we are covering, whether it is a project, assignments, everything will be included in the in this course, so that within 3 to 6 months of time you will be able to complete the course. Daily 1 hour of live class will be there, and this video will be recorded and it will be shared on the same day, so that even though you miss any class, you will be able to access these videos. 6 months will be the duration for videos access. After that, if you wanted to access for some more time, you can pay very nominal amount, only portal charges that you need to pay, and extend 6 more months. So some 200 rupees, 300 rupees that you need to pay. You can extend 1 or 2 months or 6 months maximum. You can extend. So by default, you can get 6 months. All the videos will be recorded and given it to you. Now, next, 2025 to 30, right? So many people told data engineering is going to be having 150% of the opportunities worldwide. Why? Day by day, data is going to increase or decrease. Day by day, data is going to increase. To manage your data engineering team is going to be working, right? So we'll talk about later what is the data engineering, what is the skill set they need to maintain, and who can become a data engineer. So all these things we'll discuss. But number one, next 5 years will be not AI, not ML. So AI and ML, even data analytics also will be 50 to 60% opportunities you have. But number one technology next 5 years will be 150% CAGR. It's going to be, giving you opportunities. So in data analytics also, we are going to be learning data engineering. So what is the data engineering I'm going to be covering? So definitely data analytics is completely no coding, low coding. So you can also go in for, next 5 years, data analytics, data science. So this will be the complex module. I don't recommend directly jump into data science, AI and ML, because many people think that they can get lot of opportunities and AI and ML, because everybody is saying this is the hot skill in the market. That is fine, but the problem is that it is very very vast, and minimum 12 to 18 months we are going to be taking for cover this module. 12 to 18 months we are suggesting our students. And more complex, you need to have more problem solving skills, you need to have more statistical knowledge, mathematical knowledge, R&D, research and development knowledge you need to have. Even though it is a hot skill, so blindly don't jump into data science or AI and ML. Either you can take data analytics, low coding, data engineering, you will have 30% of the coding, right? So here you will have more coding. So if you need No coding, low coding means data analytics. So medium level coding means data engineering. If you can handle much more complexity and coding means you can jump into data science or A and ML. So these are the courses that we're going to be offering. So along with the cloud systems, we'll talk about what is a cloud, why cloud has become so popular today. Everything as a layman, I'm going to be covering in the classes. I'm assuming that you don't know anything about IT industry. So that is what I'm going to be assuming. I'm going to be covering the classes from that point of view only, right? So we are covering totally four courses in our institution. Data analytics using Power BI, 3 to 6 months. I'm going to be covering end-to-end module. Data engineering using Azure also. I'm going to be covering. So this is also 3 to 6 months course. Daily 1 hour. Monday to Friday we'll have classes. Saturday, Sunday normally we don't take any regular classes, but demos only we'll conduct on Saturdays, right? But otherwise, you'll have classes Saturday, Monday to Friday only, daily 1 hour. But minimum 2 to 3 hours of practice you need to do apart from the attending live classes, right? Data science and AIML, Dr. Venkat is having 20 years of experience. He's a PhD holder. He's going to be conducting. And full stack Python also, Dr. Venkat is going to be conducting as part of Go Online trainings. Only these are the four courses that we're going to be offering for our students. So we don't have any other courses. We don't have Java, we don't have C++, DevOps, nothing else. If you wanted to get into data oriented technologies means blindly you can look for Go Online trainings. Okay, you don't expect basic things, and it is completely premium institution, very very basic to advanced level of teaching will be there, so that you can easily crack the interviews. You can migrate from one platform to another. Many testing people, .NET developers, Java developers, SAP developers also migrated after working for them more than a decade of time into .NET, Java, SAP. They have migrated towards data side. One thing is that low coding and no coding, and salaries when you compare with Java, .NET, SAP, the salaries are more. So in the people who are working data side, so that is the reason less coding and more opportunities. That is what you're going to be having in this guys. Okay, so we have a fixed timing. You can attend uh, these classes morning and evening. We have live classes. Apart from that, if you don't have a time, you can also opt for a flexi batch. The videos are going to be given, so you will be able to watch the videos whenever you're having a time. And I have already given my number. You can come back to me the questions, right? So we can connect one to one for your doubts clarification. So time is not a problem for you. And Monday to Friday only we'll have classes. Saturday, Sunday also you can have more and more time. Clear? So this is my number. If you have any doubts, clarifications, or if you need any career counseling, you can just make a note of this number 991 991 9452. Okay. So now I wanted to tell you many people will say, I have done this course. So simply learning the course is of no use until and unless you convert that course into a skill. Means a lot of practice you need to have it. Otherwise, it will become one Udemy course for you. Right? Many people will come to me. Sir, we paid 4.5 lakhs to Manipal University for data analytics 12 months course. After that, they have realized they're not able to understand anything. They got one mentor, so when you pay 4.5 lakhs to Manipal University for 12 months course, you will get a very good mentor. But the problem is that they don't teach you anything. They'll give you some videos. And one of the mentors told them that you better join Bhaskar Jogi school, and he will be able to give you the better knowledge than anything else. So a lot of people in US they paid 30 lakhs for the 1 year business analytics, data analytics courses there. And after that again they told me, sir, after joining your classes I'm able to understand anything, everything, and I'm able to crack the interviews in US as well. So that is the the feedback that we got it. So we are going to be completely giving you skills, not the courses. Okay. Now, anybody can get into this any age, right? So 20, 30, 40, 50 age group also get into this. And free projects I'm going to be giving. Methodology of the training completely online. We don't have any offline classes. CV, interview preparation, job placement assistance, everything I can help you. But only thing is that we cannot offer backdoor jobs or proxy calls. That we cannot do it at all. Clear? And any graduate, any non-IT or any people, especially any age, teachers, sales professionals, housewives, healthcare professionals, banking, insurance people, BA, BCom, pharmacy, all these people can get into IT industry today. They don't ask your qualification today. Today they'll ask you, what is that you know? If you're able to crack the interview, you can easily get into IT industry today. So education does not matter, right? Now, anyone can learn these skills, hot skill in the IT industry, high salary paid jobs, no coding is required. I cannot say zero coding, but you can have at least 20% of the coding is required. 60 hours Power BI classes will be there. So daily 1 hour class, Monday to Friday. Daily recorded videos I'm going to be posting in the portal. You will have the access once you make the payment. Real-time topics I'm going to be discussing. 99 point of interview questions are from the syllabus only. 6 months validity for the course. And after that, if you wanted to extend, pay some nominal, charges for the portal. You can access the videos up to 1 year, right? Sample CV preparation, online lab support, interview questions, the installing the software, everything we are going to be providing. And the placement assistance and support across India I can give you, but I cannot take your proxies or backdoor jobs. So that we cannot do at all, right? So unlimited data sets, interview questions in sample CVs, projects, assignments, whatever you need. Anytime you can learn the course using videos, so no problem at all. One-to-one live interactive notes clarifications we can have. I have given my number so that anytime you will be able to interact. So as part of data analytics, so I've told you that you can complete the course within 3 months. First and second month, we're going to be concentrating on SQL Server and Power BI. And the third month, we're going to be focusing on SSIS, data warehousing, and SSAS. And fourth, fifth, 6 months assignments, project, CV preparation, interview preparation. Next 3 months, you're going to be only doing that. With this knowledge, you can crack any kind of a job. But what is not required? Python is not required, and Excel is not required. And working towards more Power BI also not required. Working towards more SQL is required, right? Working towards more SQL is required. 60 to 70% of the interview questions as a data analyst or a data engineer will be from SQL. So remaining 30-40% of the interview questions will be from remaining topics. So 70% from this only. Remaining 30% of the interview questions will be asked from this one, from this one, from this one, from this one. So you can understand many people will come and say, Sir, I have learnt Power BI for 20 days and SQL only 5 days. My faculty taught me I'm not able to crack not even a single interview, right? So they'll ask me, do you have any backdoor jobs? So definitely the faculty is not giving you the proper, the coaching. So you will 100% fail. You will not be able to get into data analytics role for your entire your life, right? Because if you don't have a proper mentor or guru, so you lose a lot of opportunities, time, and many people will always join in basic courses, right? So 1,000 rupees equals our courses, 300 rupees Udemy courses they'll be joining. But end of the day, what is that you're going to be learning? Nothing, peanuts. Especially people are coming from tier 2, tier 3 college. Step number one, the point number one, they don't have first, good knowledge. The second one is that they don't take the proper courses. So what is then the next reason is they cannot get into the bigger companies because the biggest problem is they don't have the proper mentor. Always they only do uh, not very premium courses, only the basic level courses they're going to be learning here and there. They thinking that they have a very good knowledge. So with that, entire their life they will not be able to crack. Now lot of not there are no fresher openings also nowadays, right? So people who do not have fresher openings get into one good premium institution, learn some courses from very very basic level to advanced, one SQL, one Python you need to know if you want to get into IT company as a fresher. Data structures you need to learn, and apart from that, get into cloud with the premium institution, not with the 1,000 rupees or 300 rupees or from the Udemy courses. I don't recommend. So it will be a waste of time, especially tier two, tier three people. Not only that, even from the tier one college people also will not get good opportunities, because the biggest problem is the skill. They do not have the skill. They'll do some courses here and there, and they'll keep on saying that I have done Python, I have done Azure, I have done this, I have done that. Only the basic courses they will be able to learn, and they keep on failing. I strongly recommend you look for the premium institutions, premium faculty, good mentors you need to have in your life, so that you can easily get into anywhere. Now, with this, I want to tell you what is that IT industry is going to be doing. If you know the core functionality of IT industry, IT stands for information technology, right? So IT industry means information technology. Do you know what it is producing? Anybody, can you guess? Don't tell me IT industry is producing a software. That is a wrong answer. But what it is doing, IT industry going to do only two things. Step number one, it's going to store your data. Okay. IT industry is not going to produce the software. It is going to be storing your data, and it is going to be computing your data. Only two things IT industry is going to be doing. It is not producing any software to you. Don't tell me IT industry is going to be giving you Java software, .NET software, C software, C++. No, 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 no. That is not the core competency of IT industry. But what IT industry meant for, what it is doing, it is going to be doing only two activities. Step number one, it's going to be storing your data. Step number two, which is going to be computing your data. So, for the storing of data, it is going to be using a technology called SQL, or we can say database management technology. Clear? If you wanted to store the data in IT industry, I'm talking about big amount of data here, right? If you wanted to store large amount of data, IT industry is going to be storing in a SQL, or you can say database management system. But for example, I have some data I'm storing. Let us say, let me take two numbers. I have 10 and I have 20. These two numbers I have. I wanted to store these numbers. So you assume that this data is stored in your SQL or RDBMS software. We'll understand what is RDBMS when to use SQL. You understand that as of now. So as a layman, I'm going to store this data in this. But if you store the data in SQL or RDBMS, what is the next one that we're going to be doing on this data? Whatever be the data that I have on this data, I have to do lot of computations. Computations means I have to do lot of processing. Lot of processing. What do you mean by computing or processing? I wanted to know what is the sum of these two numbers. Summing is a processing. Clear? Sum 10 plus 20, 30. I wanted to know what is the average. Average is 15. I wanted to know what is the minimum of these numbers. 10. What is the maximum of this number? Right? 20. What is the count? How many numbers you have? 2. What is the mode, median? Lot of things I wanted to perform. I would like to sort the data, right, in ascending order, descending order. All these things are called some kind of a computations, some processing on the data you are going to be doing. The processing is called computing. So who's going to be computing the data? For the computing purpose, we are going to be using language. Clear? For the storing the data, we are going to be using SQL or RDBMS. For computing the data, so what is that we're going to be using? Language. So you can use C or C++, or you can use Python, or you can use Java, or you can use Android, .NET. Lot of languages or companies are going to be using today. So you can easily understand language cannot store your data. You can easily understand now, right? Language cannot store your data. Language only to process your data. What is the processing means? Computing. Computing means what? I wanted to find out what is the sales. So I wanted to know what is the maximum sales, minimum sales, or which city has more sales, which city has less sales. I wanted to do lot of processing on my data. So the IT industry is going to be using language, right? What is the disadvantage of a language? Cannot store any data. But if you wanted to store data, IT industry is going to be storing the data in SQL, or you can say RDBMS. Clear? So you can say what is SQL or RDBMS means. It is going to be storing large amount of data. For understanding purpose, I have given you only two numbers. Do you think that you have only two numbers? Think about State Bank of India's data. Think about Amazon company's sales data. Think about Phone Pay company's data. Think about Walmart data. Right? So when you take any data today, it is not going to be two numbers or the three numbers. It's going to be massive volume of data we're talking about. Right? That kind of a data, how IT industry is going to be storing? You need to store the data somewhere, right? I have a lot of blood. Where will I store the blood? Blood bank. I have a lot of gold. Where will I store gold? Gold bank. I have a lot of data. Where will I store data? Data bank. Data bank is called database. Clear? So database means it is a data bank. You can store massive amount of data. Clear? So IT industry is going to be doing only two operations initially: storing up the data, then computing the data, means doing summing, min, max operations on the data. So you have a lot of softwares either towards data side or towards language side. So as a data oriented guy, we are not interested to learn languages. Clear? So I wanted to get into pure data storing and these technologies. I'm not interested towards language. So we are not going to be learning any language. So completely we should know how to store the data. Clear? So if you wanted to store the data, you should use database management systems, or you can say relational database management systems, or the softwares or the tools. These are also called as SQL tools. So that is what you got to understand. Why SQL? If somebody asks you, what is your answer? Why SQL means to store your data. Why SQL or why database management tools, or people will say relational database management tools or software means to store your data. To store your data. Now tell me, what is the size of the data we're talking about here? To store the data. And if you store the data, is it sufficient? After that, what you do? To store and retrieve the data. That is the purpose of your RDBMS. SQL means you can think RDBMS as a tank. Okay. So you have a drum or the tank, or it can be a bank, or you can say your storeroom, right? Whatever you think of. Whatever you think of, RDBMS is a bank or a tank or a storeroom where you will be able to store large amount of data. Right? Now the question is, but when you have less amount of data, so let me give you the sizes of the data. Okay. So when you have the data size, I'm talking about megabyte of data, or you can say KB of data, kilobytes of data, or megabyte of data. I will give you go online trainings data. How many inquiries I'm going to be getting every month? 1,000 or 1,200 inquiries per month. People will ask me, Bhaskar sir, do you have Power BI course? Bhaskar sir, do you have data engineering course? So we are going to be getting every month only 1,000 or 2,000 inquiries. Very limited data. When the size is very very small, the data we are going to be storing in Excel, not in SQL, right? When the data size is small, we are not going to be storing the data in a SQL. So very small amount of data. Where will you write? Earlier, 20, 30 years back, we were writing in pen and paper, right? So you used to use a lot of pen and paper, write everything in the notebooks 20, 30 years back. But today, we have started using computers. We are going to use Excel or somewhere else. So Excel, many people are going to be using. Both things we can do, either store the data, after that you also process your data, right? So what you do? You're going to be storing and processing. Both of them are going to be doing. Processing means you store the data. Later you ask how many people have inquired for Java, how many people have paid the amount, how many people have joined, how many people have not joined. So that kind of a reports you would like to have. That is what is called computing and the processing. So now we're talking about Excel can handle it, but this is this small amount of data. But when we have large amount of data, for example, slowly you're going to be getting GBs of data. GBs means I'm talking about lakhs and millions of data. So think about ICICI Bank, Amazon. You will have every month millions of rows. 1 million is equivalent to 10 lakhs. 1 million is equivalent to 10 lakhs. So where will they store this data? So in this case only, we are going to be using database or RDBMS tools only to store your data. So, but who's going to be processing or computing the data? That is what I told you. Languages are going to be stored or used to process your data. Clear? So you have to understand when we have so much of a data, your Excel cannot be used. You need to change the tool from Excel to SQL or RDBMS tools. What are the popular RDBMS softwares in the industry? Number one tool is called Oracle. Oracle is a RDBMS software. Microsoft SQL Server. It is from the Microsoft company. The name is differently different name there. Then MySQL from the MySQL company, which is a free software, right? And we have Netezza from the IBM company. And IBM company as DB2. This is also one more from IBM. Lot of things are available. If you wanted to store blood, you have Chiranjeevi Blood Bank, Apollo Hospital Blood Bank, Rainbow Hospital Blood Bank. So anywhere you can go store your blood like that. If you wanted to store GBs of data, you can use MySQL, SQL Server from Microsoft, Oracle, Netezza from IBM, DB2, any software you can install in your laptop and try to store your data, right? So you can use Postgre, SQL, right? Postgres will be calling this as, and Teradata, Sybase. Lot many tools are available worldwide. Thousands of RDBMS softwares are available, but we are going to be using popular R, Oracle, then SQL Server. Free database means MySQL. We are going to be using, but all of them are called SQL softwares or RDBMS softwares. So when you're going to be using Oracle or SQL Server, when the data is there in GBs, you cannot say, I'm having a 500 GB of data, I'm storing in Excel. People will laugh at you, right? Excel cannot store very bigger size data, it will fail, right? So any file, Excel is a file. Excel, I'm talking about file. So this kind of a file system, files can be used only to store small amount of data, right? If the data size is a GB, every month you're going to be getting 500 GB of data. So that kind of a data you will be able to store in your SQL. But now, what are the languages we can use to process C++, or we can use Java or .NET or Python, any language that we can use, get the data, process the data, blah, 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 right? So that is what You got to understand SAP tool, this tool, that tool. Some tools we're going to be using and getting the data. But only thing is that the language means more coding you need to have it. And now the data storing is completed and separately. Language you can easily understand is meant for processing of your data. Language cannot store the data. So that is also you have to note. But the story does not end here. So what is the next one? Slowly the data will become terabytes of data. You assume Amazon company every month getting 500 GB of data per month. I'm talking about now 12 months data. What is the 12 months data? It will be, you tell me, what is the 12 months data? 500 GB into 12 months will become 6,000 GB. That is equivalent to 6 terabytes in 1 year data, right? But Amazon data after 10 years, what will you calculate? So 6 terabytes into 10 years of data, it will become 60 terabytes. Now, slowly, this GBs of data we're talking about every month that is going to be getting GB, 300 GB, 400 GB. If it is a Diwali Dashara, you may be getting more data also. In one Diwali season, you may get 800 GB, more transactions worldwide, right? So slowly, 1 year data will become terabytes. If you wanted to store this much of a data, normal SQL systems will fail, right? Normal SQL RDBMS will fail. We are talking about now billions, crores of data, or it is billions of data we're talking about. So this is when IT industry invented one more tool, that is what is called data warehousing tools or softwares. Clear? So when you have a large amount of terabytes of data, normal SQL will fail. You are going to be getting data warehousing tools have been implemented in the IT industry, right? But to store this much of a data, we cannot write so much of a programming. Then people have to invent tools. Tools means no coding, low coding. In here, slowly the BI tools have been introduced. Okay. So data warehousing, you have a massive amount of data started coming in. Then we cannot take this data and try to write the coding and do the processing, because coding is always complex and more irritating. And if you wanted to modify the coding also will be very, very difficult, right? So every time business requirements changes, keep on updating the code will be very, very problematic. Then IT industry got a challenge. Instead of writing the code, can't we do the processing without coding? That is when people have invented a lot of business intelligence tools or the BI tools to process massive amount of data. So we have a lot of business intelligence called as a data analytics tools have been introduced into the market. Clear? So what is a data warehouse? Is a layman terminology I'm going to be telling you, which is going to be having large hardware. Hardware wise, very big hardware. But what software we need to install? Same SQL software will be installed. That's it. So you can have Oracle, SQL Server, anything can become a data warehouse. Warehouse, you cannot write like this data where space house or data where, suppose this is wrong spelling. Data warehouse is a single word. Data space house is the right thing to write. But as a layman, what is a data warehouse? It is going to be large hardware. Any one of the SQL software when you install in the bigger machine, this is called as a data warehousing software or the tool. Let me give you a simple example. I'm having in my laptop 4 GB of RAM. This is the my laptop configuration. And I'm having i5 processor. Okay. And I'm having a 512 GB of hard disk. This is the disk space. Now, inside is my laptop. I have installed it as a SQL. SQL means Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, MySQL, some software I have installed. So, what is the maximum data I can store? Using this, if you would like to store the data, maximum I can store 512 GB of data. Why? That is the hard disk capacity. But the other hand, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to buy a bigger hardware. So 100 GB of RAM I have in that hardware. Okay. And I'm having 150 i5 processors, not only one processor. Okay. In that, I'm having, let us say, 150 terabyte of disk, hard disk. This is also one bigger machine, very, very costly. This is the cost, maybe 32,000 rupees. This may be 15 lakhs, very bigger hardware I bought it. But what software I have installed in the bigger machine? Same SQL. SQL means what you need to understand. Any one of the software, Oracle, SQL Server, any one of them you will be able to install it. Now this machine is called as a data warehousing machine. Clear? Software wise, there is no change, but hardware wise, there is a big change. You can store terabytes of data because the hardware itself is very, very bigger hardware. Clear? So, what is a data warehousing means? It is a large machine where you have only SQL software, SQL or RDBMS software can be installed. If you install same software in your laptop, you can simply say Oracle I have installed. But when you use bigger machine, you say it is Oracle data warehousing machine. It is SQL Server data warehousing machine. It is Teradata data warehousing machine. It is, you can say, a uh, Netiza data warehousing machine. If somebody asks you what is a data warehouse, warehouse means go down. Warehouse means what? Go down. Go down can be built with the help of a large space, right? So, software wise, you can use install Oracle SQL Server from Microsoft, Netiza. This cannot be used. It is a free software. You cannot have as a data warehouse. Clear? Netiza is the number one, or DB2 or Teradata. Any one of the softwares is going to be using here as a SQL, but hardware is the bigger. Yeah, am I clear? So now, what are the BI tools we got? First BI tool is called SAP BI, then SAS BI, then Oracle BI, then we have Microsoft MS BI, Microsoft BI, then we have Tableau BI. Now today we have Power BI also. Clear? So you got to understand. So we have a lot of BA tools. BA tools are no coding, low coding. Today we have Power BI and we have a lot of other BA tools have been introduced. Clear? Now, this was a story if we have a terabytes of data. So, if you see, it started till 2000. So after 2000, few things have been changed in the world. So what are the things have changed? The first one, hardware become cheaper. Everybody started using hardware, and internet is introduced early 90s. Okay, internet is internet usage is more. Okay, because of this, and hardware is cheaper, internet usage is more. Social media is uh, introduced in early 2000. You have Orkut, then Facebook, all the social media started, and slowly people are started using lot of data started coming in. And when after year 2000, so we are talking about up to this, before year 2000, this was a story, but after year 2000, the story is completely changed. Now the data is not only terabyte of data. Because of this thing, the data is now trillions and more than that. Okay, this kind of a data is called as a petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, yollabyte of data. This is simply called as a unlimited data. A special name is given to this data by Google. It is called as a big data. This name actually given by Google in year 2003. Right? Google because Google was a searching engine. Many people were using this data. So much of a data started coming into the IT industry, but IT industry is not ready to store the data. IT industry stopped. Clear here itself, right? IT industry, if you see, the Excel sheets have started in 1960s and 70s. That time. Okay. So that time people were using spreadsheets and everything. So SQL is launched in 1970. SQL actually invented by this guy. IBM guys have invented, the first SQL software is actually DB2 software by IBM guys. But IBM went, not in the number one position. Oracle and SQL Server is, doing, but this software is invented by IBM guys only, right? Languages are there since 1960 onwards. You have a C language, C++ language is there, 1960s, right? Data warehousing introduced into the IT industry in 1990s. Okay. BI tools have been introduced into the IT industry early 2099, 2000 time. People have used, these tools. So this was a story. But afterwards, after 2000 year, you have these many things have, taken place. And IT industry is not ready to store your so much of a data. And first of all, Google said, hey guys, we are able to get big amount of a data, simply unlimited data. What is the technology you have? Do you have anything to store? Because data warehouse you cannot use. It is invented in 1990s. Afterwards, there is no R&D done. So Google company had done a lot of research, and it was prepared a big paper on the big data. What are the characteristic about big data? Here they have mentioned it is not only structured data, it is also semi-structured data, and it is also unstructured data. The first characteristic about the big data means earlier it was only structured data. Structured means what? Rows and columns data. I will create one table and store some data. I have employee ID, employee name, employee salary. I have student ID, student name, student salary. I have a product table, product ID, product salary. I have a sales table. So all the data we're talking about in this or in this or in this is completely structured data. Clear? So, first of all, Google said, hey guys, we were talking about only structured data. Our inventions also happened only on the structured data. But now the data is not in the structured format. Clear? So, they have given what is the big data means. Big data means not only the structured data, it may be semi-structured data. Unstructured data means what? It is videos, audios, right? Images. So audios, videos, pictures, all of them cannot be stored in the data warehousing or in SQL or in Excel. So that is the biggest problem IT industry face. They're able to get large amount of pictures, audios, videos, lot of semi-structured data. Semi-structured data means lot of data like PDF files, JSON files, XML files. You don't understand these semi-structured data now, but this kind of a data is also started coming in. So our tools were not ready. This is one issue. The variety of data people were talking about when in year 2003, this kind of a data is called as a big data. Big data means not only the size. Size is also we're talking about petabyte. 1000 terabyte is petabyte. So this is that petabyte of data we're talking about. The second one is called this kind of a structure. The next one they told the data is in different formats, and it is going to be coming in different velocity. Velocity means it is high speed the data is going to get generated. One is that you're not only getting structured data, you're also getting very uh, different data. This is what is called variety of data. Very variety of data we're going to be getting. That is one thing you need to understand. Variety means different structured, unstructured data we're talking about. Variety of data people are going to be talking about. The second one is called velocity, means the speed in which the data is coming. What is the meaning? For example, For example, I wanted to get 1 crore. So every month I'm getting, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. If you wanted to accumulate, if you wanted to have 1 crore rupees in your bank account, how much time will it take? So 1 crore means almost 10-20 years it will take to accumulate. So your 1 crore. So, but you are getting every day 50 lakhs. Every day 50 lakhs you're going to be getting, or every week you're going to be getting a 30 lakhs, 30-25 lakhs. What will happen? You are going to be getting 1 crore within 4 days. If every day you're getting 50 lakhs, within 2 days, you will be able to get 1 crore. Or every hour you're going to be getting 10 lakhs. Within 10 minutes, you will be able to get 1 crore. That means if you wanted to get 1 crore rupees, the velocity means the speed in which you're getting. So every year, every month you're getting 1 lakh rather than every minute you're getting 1 lakh, or every month you're getting a 20 lakhs rather than every minute you're getting 20 lakhs. This, that means speed in which the data is coming, that is what is called velocity. Velocity means we are going to be getting uh, bigger amount of data, not in 20 years or 30 years, within 1 month or within 5 days you will get 10 petabyte of data. Within 1 month you will get 20 petabyte of data, 20 100 kilobyte of data. We are talking about within less time. Velocity means speed in which the data is getting generated. That is what is called velocity. Clear? Within 1 month, you're able to get, or within 1 hour, you're able to get 1 crore rupees. So that is what is called velocity, means speed. That is one. Variety speed. The last one is called, okay. So you need to understand variety, velocity, and volume of data. Volume means we're talking about petabyte, zettabyte of data. So these are the characteristics given by the first company. What is the company we're talking about? We're talking about Google company has given. These are called 3 V's of big data. Many people will be talking about what are the 3 V's. 3 V's means structured data, right? Semi-structured data, that is variety of data. We are going to be talking about velocity of data and volume of data. So this is the data we were able to find, see it now. So this kind of a data, you cannot store them in the data warehousing, because data warehousing can handle only terabytes of data. Now, when you have this much of a data, big data, special name is given, the properties also properly given. But only thing is that how do you store this kind of a data, because this technology cannot handle it. So in year 2006, so this concept has been taken by one more company called Apache Software Foundation. So this company has consulted Google in year 2003, and they have released what is called as a one more software. The software is called as Hadoop. Clear? Hadoop software is released into the market, or you can say Apache Hadoop. People will be calling. This can store large amount of data, which is going to be processing your large amount of data. So Apache Software Foundation is released this kind of a software, not only for the storing of the data but also processing of the data. In year 2003, the paper has been taken and the software is released in early 2006. Clear? So if you wanted to store large amount of data today, what is the software we had? This is a big data software, which is Apache Hadoop. But Apache Hadoop has lot of issues. Immediately, you got one more thing got introduced. So now it can store your data, which can retrieve your data. The next version of software is called Apache Spark, which is got released in early 29. Clear? Apache Spark was storing all the data into the hard disk. And if you wanted to process your data, you have to write a lot of Java code. Clear? So earlier, if you wanted to store the data, all the data is going to be stored in the files. All the files are going to be stored in the hard disk. And if you wanted to process the data, languages are going to be used to process your data that we have learned. When you store some data into the hard disk, it will become slow. And if you want me to write the Java code, it will become complex. Because of these two reasons, Apache Hadoop is failed into the market. Clear? It has got a bigger failure into the market. Then Apache Software Foundation company wanted to do R&D on that. And in 2019, it has released Apache Spark software, and it is going to be storing the big amount of data into the RAM, and is going to be giving you one more language called Scala. Okay, Scala is a very, very easy language. Now, because of that, it has become 100 times faster and easy. Because of these are easy and faster, lot of companies are started using it today. Okay. So lot of companies started using today Apache Spark only to store large amount of data. Clear? It is easy. So today, if you wanted to store large amount of data, where are we? We are going to be using Apache Spark. Apache Spark, if you wanted to implement today, people are implementing Apache Spark using Databricks. Clear? If somebody tells you Databricks means it is Apache Spark only. So many people are going to be telling we are learning Databricks, Databricks, Databricks. Databricks means what? It is going to be nothing but your Apache Spark only. Apache Spark is the latest tool. 2009 it is invented, and people are started using Apache Spark is a big data software. Clear? Now Apache Spark is also called as a Databricks. Databricks is a platform. Using this, you will be able to install Apache Spark and everything. So when you say Apache Spark or the Databricks or a big data, so I entire ITNS is going to be using only this one. Databricks is released by 2012. So one of the Apache Spark founder came out and invented, Databricks. Databricks is nothing but your Apache Spark only. Clear? So Databricks, when you implement, it is going to be installing Apache Spark internally, and you can store large amount of data. So you have to know these are the things. Clear? So when you say this is what is called big data, now what is this data? All this data is called now is a small data only. Clear? So you need to understand if everybody is saying this is the big data, now all this data is small data only. You have to know clearly. Am I clear? So now this is how you got to understand. So, but what is data analytics? I will take 2 minutes of your time, and tomorrow we'll continue further. Okay. So same time with the same meeting ID, we will be able to connect. Data analytics is also called as a business intelligence. It is means understanding the past. Understanding the past is called data analytics or a business intelligence. What is a data science? Data science means is also called as It is also called as AI and ML today. It is what is called as predict the future. Predict the future. So both of them are not same. So understanding the past is called data analytics. Predict the future is called data science. So simple example I can give you. So Amazon company wanted to know what was my sales. Okay, what was my sales in India last 5 years? This was the understanding the past. So this can be done with the help of a data analytics. But what will be this? So Amazon company wanted to know what will be my sales in India next 5 years. Okay. Next 5 years, whether we get rains in India or not. So whether next 5 years obesity rate will increase or not in India. So I would like to predict something, right? So whether this flight is going to be collapsing in next 100 hours or not, I wanted to understand lot of flight logs data. I can easily say that the flight is going to be having a lot of issues. Clear? Okay. So many companies wanted to predict your data, predict your, a lot of things with the help of a data science or AI and ML. So data analytics is understanding the past. But what is the data engineering? Data engineering means, so whatever be the data storage systems I am talking about, so you need to get the data, to collect the data and store the data into the different places. So what is this activity? Collect the company's data, clean or transform and change the data and store the data. This is what is called data engineering activity. Now, where is the entire world's data now? The entire world data will be in either files, means you may be having Excel file or maybe having a CSV file or a PDF file, some files, or you may have your data in your SQL, right? Small amount of data I'm talking about here. So this can be in KBs or megabyte of data. This can be medium size data I'm going to be talking about, maybe gigabyte of data. It may be there in RDBMS or DBMS systems. Now, I was talking about terabytes of data, that is a large amount of data which can be there in the data warehousing, which is a story till 2000. Okay. This kind of a data is also called as a small data. This data, the companies are going to be calling this as a small data today. Clear? So till files data, SQL data, or data warehousing data is called as a small amount of data today. After year 2000, what is happened? So we have large amount of data started coming in. So that is what is called a big data. Okay. So this data, where the companies are going to be storing Hadoop or today Apache Spark, or you can say Databricks. This is, extra Excel data, double Excel data, triple Excel data, unlimited data. Clear? So this is a small data, and we are talking about this is the big data. So small data means only these three platforms. Big data means is when you have a data, what is that we are going to be doing with the data? So take all the data from here, take the data from here, take the data from here, take the data from here. You are going to be developing two applications, AI or BI, right? On the data, what kind of a analytics you do? You're going to be either performing artificial intelligence AI. If you wanted to run, you need to have large amount of data. Today IT industry can store the data in the four platforms. That's it. We are talking about 2025 now. You don't have anything else to store your data in the IT industry. Either you can have your data in the files or in the SQL or RDBMS or in the data warehousing. The final one, big data, that is Hadoop or Apache Spark. Hadoop is gone. We are using today Apache Spark only. Apache Spark is a free software, right? Apache Spark is a free software. Only you need to buy hardware. Software wise, you can download Apache Spark and try to install freely. That is the advantage today. Entire world's data is going to be in these four places only, right? Your photos, audio files, YouTube videos, or your reviews, any data today, the all structured, unstructured, semi-structured data. If the file is the size is bigger, means the data will be here only. So now we're talking about structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data is going to be here. And here we have only structured data. Here also you have only structured data. In this place also you have only structured data. Clear? We have structured, semi-structured, unstructured. One more thing, it is streaming data. Streaming means continuously you're going to be getting the data. That kind of a data even you cannot handle it here. Continuously every minute the data is going to be generated. Your weather forecasting systems, share market data, right? Every minute share market will be up and down, right? So every if cricket match is going on, every minute the number of the wickets, number of balls, number of runs are going to be changing every minute. Continuous data is called as a streaming data that your Excel sheets cannot handle, your data warehousing cannot handle, your SQL cannot handle, but big data can handle any variety of data. Clear? So we are going to be talking about Apache Spark, Hadoop, structured, unstructured, semi-structured, and streaming data also you will be able to handle. So today we are talking about artificial intelligence or BI, your chat GPT is what kind of an application? It is a AI application, but from where it is going to be getting the data? Do you know? It is going to be getting your chat GPT is application, which is going to be getting the data from your Apache Spark only today. What is a size? It is going to be 100 petabyte of size or more than that, 1000 petabyte of data, which is equivalent to 1000 Himalaya size we are talking about. What is the size of the data? Your Apache Spark is storing it today, not small data. Today, your chat GPT, that is AI application, especially it is in Gen AI application, generative AI application. Normal AI application is going to be predicting the data, predicting the future predictions, normal AI. But Gen AI application, Chat GPT, Copilot, Gemini AI, all of them are called Gen AI. Gen AI means generative AI. What is the meaning? These applications will not predict anything. Which are the applications? Which are the nothing but content creators? So, which can create a text, which can create an image, which can create a audio, video. These are called content makers, content creator. Gen AI means it can generate a text, it can generate a video, which can generate a audio based on your prompt. Am I clear? So AI application is going to be giving you doing a lot of predictions, but Gen AI is going to be creating a lot of text, or it is going to be content created. But today we have one more AI that is called agentic AI. Okay, agentic AI is going to be taking a decisions. Chat GPT cannot take the decisions, right? Automatically. It can give you content. For example, I want to know about Bhaskar Jogi. Gen AI will create a content from where? From your chat GP. It is going to go to your Apache Spark. It is going to be having all social media data, everything, right? So wherever Bhaskar Jogi's data is available, maybe in Google reviews, maybe in my websites, maybe in my Facebook, my LinkedIn profile, it is going to be reading all the data, tons and tons of data it is going to be collecting and storing into the Apache Spark, and ChatGPT can go and create a content for you. Clear? So Gen AI means it's going to be generative AI. Today we are talking about agentic AI. Agentic means agent. Agent means, for example, you can tell your agent, hey agent, I need this. So, or you have a PA, personal assistant. So he can take the decisions easily, right? So, however, you wanted to take a decision. So now agentic AI, that is one more type of the AI that is there. It is based on the large language models only. Clear? So all the large language models needs what data? Where is the data ITNS is going to be storing today? In the Apache Spark, nothing else. Remember, only these four places you have the data today. Agentic AI is going to be a decision making AI. Chat GPT is going to be content making AI. I need to take a decision based on the the things based on the input. For example, we're talking about ADAS cars. In the car we have a ADAS. If there is a traffic, or this if there is a red light, means it has to take the decision, right? Immediately the car is going to be applying driverless cars. I'm talking about driverless cars with the help of ADAS. ADAS is a agentic AI module. So based on the traffic or the image, it's going to be applying the brake. It is going to take a decision. So ADAS system is going to be calling as a it is going to be taking a decision. For example, when the sensor is there, when you enter into the room, a sensor is taking the input data. Immediately, it is taking a decision and switching on the light. So all these systems are your agentic AI systems which can take decisions. Chat GPT system is called as a co-pilot. All of them are called, Gen AI, which are going to be content creators based on the existing content. But where is the data coming from? Coming from your Apache Spark only. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue further. Hope you're able to understand today. What is AI? AI means, predictions or content creation and a decision making, blah, blah, blah. But BI, business intelligence, means data analytics, understanding the past. Company wanted to know how the sales happened last 5 years. Based on that, the company management wanted to take a decision. Clear? Chalo, guys. So we'll stop it and we'll continue further. Two more demos are going to be having. So if you wanted to get the data, arrange the data, means depends upon the size. Your data engineering team is going to be storing your data into the different platforms, not into files, maybe SQL or data warehousing and Apache Spark. When you learn Apache Spark, you become a data engineer. That's it. Okay. Apache Spark, we are not going to be learning as part of a data analytics course, but Apache Spark, you have to learn if you become a data engineer. SQL you should know, data warehousing you should know, Apache Spark when you know, you will become a data engineer, collecting the data, storing the data. That is the responsibility of data engineer. Clear? I have given you brief introduction about the things, and later on I will be able to talk about few more things. Clear? So this is what is the data world. So we are going to be giving you all these things. So in next classes you can also understand what is SSAS, what is SSIS. So what is SQL, what is data warehousing, you understood. But what is the Power BI and everything also we will be able to understand in the later two more demos. Okay. So this is what you will be called as data analyst, data analytics, Power BI developer, BA developer, data analyst, business analyst, report developer. You have much more things that we are going to be offering. So if you wanted to understand the things like that, definitely, you will be able to go in for the premium institutions. Then only you will understand the things in depth. Otherwise, if you're learning Udemy videos, basic YouTube videos, means you will not be able to understand. So this is the completion of demo number one. So we are going to be having two more demos. Demos are completely free. And if you have any questions, you will be able to ask me now. Did you like the class, guys?